Hi, how can I help you?
Hi, so I'd like to return this shampoo. I bought it last week and I'm not gonna lie, I hate it.
Oh, really? Wow, that's one of our most popular shampoos. What didn't you like about it?
It just made my hair super greasy and I can't stand the smell either.
Oh, weird. Okay, well, I can absolutely return that for you.
Thank you. Here you go. Here's the receipt. Thank you. Okay, let me just get in the computer real quick and start the return process. Sure. Return. Oh, there it is. All right, let me just scan this real quick.
Huh, this feels really light.
Oh, well, I only used it once, so it's a full bottle. Anyways, can we hurry this up? I've got somewhere I gotta go. Huh, what is it? This isn't shampoo. It's been swapped out for something else. What? Are you sure? Pretty sure. Oh my God, that is so weird. No wonder it didn't work on my hair then. You guys must have sold me a bad product. Or you took this home, dumped out the shampoo, filled it with something else, and then tried to bring it back for a refund.
What?
Why would I do that?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe so you could get a $70 shampoo for free.
I can't believe this. You sold me a faulty product and now you want to accuse me of swapping it out for water?
Huh. How'd you know it was filled with water?
So yeah, you're not getting a refund for this. Fine. Can I at least get the bottle back? I dumped all the shampoo into a Ziploc bag and it has been a pain to shower that way. Thanks for nothing, you greedy bitch. Here's your bottle back, bitch. Here's your bottle back, bitch. So loud. It's the only empty bottle I have though, so. I almost dropped it. Somebody pointed out in one of my videos, like, the face she makes when she throws something, and I realize I do that in every time I throw something. Here, maybe I should, like, dump the water out. Also, this is based on a true story, except I didn't realize she had swapped the product until after she left, and I didn't notice at all. My boss noticed. And they were like, why is this so liquidy? And I opened it and they're like, this is, I don't think it was pure water, but like it was definitely not the shampoo. I think she like took half and then put water, I don't know. But my boss was like, you need to start checking the product before you return it. And I was like, okay, maybe. I dumped all the shampoo into a Ziploc bag and it's a pain to shampoo. Let's talk about the symptoms I experienced that led me to get my diagnosis of endometriosis. So the first one is painful periods. Now, when I say painful periods, I'm talking about some of the worst pain you've ever experienced in your entire life. I'm talking the type of pain that when you go from sitting to standing up, you have to grab onto something to help you. I'm talking the kind of pain that has you curled up in a ball on your bed for hours on end because you literally can't get up and do anything. Cramping a little bit on your period is normal, but this is not just cramping. This is being in so much pain that you literally can't move. You are also dealing with back pain, pain shooting down your legs, your entire pelvic area hurts, your breasts are super sore. Like, to put into perspective how much pain I was in, when I did finally get my hysterectomy, afterwards my doctor forgot to send over any pain meds, so I had to go like the first 2 to 3 days after surgery with no pain meds. I was just powering through, and it honestly wasn't that bad because the pain that I felt from surgery was pretty on par with the pain I felt with my cramps. So I was up walking around doing whatever. I mean, I was in pain for sure, but it was a pain I was familiar with. Now, I've never given birth, but I have heard from women that have given birth who do have endometriosis that endometriosis was worse. So yeah, basically just a lot of pain. The next symptom that I experienced quite a bit was fatigue. I could easily sleep 12 to 15 hours and still be tired when I got up. And I know people will often say, oh, well, you know, when you sleep that long, that's what makes you so tired. No, I was sleeping that much because the endometriosis was wearing my body down. There's a difference. I remember when COVID first happened, everybody that was getting it was saying that the fatigue they experienced was the worst fatigue they'd ever felt in their entire life. So when I finally got COVID and I finally got to experience this fatigue, I was like, this is literally the fatigue I experience with my endometriosis, which honestly, I feel like out of all of my symptoms, fatigue was the one that people had the hardest time believing. Like they all just thought I was lazy. So that was always frustrating that nobody ever believed how tired I was. Side note, Maybelline, can you please bring this foundation back? You guys discontinued it a couple years ago and this is my last tube and I can't find any other foundation that works for my face. So help a girl out, bring it back, okay? It's what the people want. And by people, I mean me. Anyways, another symptom I would often experience was pain during ovulation. Actually, I'm ovulating right now. My boobs have been hurting so freaking bad for the last couple days, and I'm just like, what is going on? You are not getting a baby. Calm down. And because I already know people are going to ask, how am I ovulating when I had a hysterectomy? I still have one ovary, so I still ovulate. Now, my ovulation pain was nowhere near as bad as when I was actually on my period, but it was noticeable. Somebody that doesn't have endometriosis probably would be like, ow, this hurts. But to me, I was like, this is just the warm-up before we get to the death that's coming. I also would experience a lot of constipation before my period, and it would be so god awful. I would just have like an upset stomach for like the entire week leading up to my period, and it wouldn't go away until my period started. And this ties into my next symptom, which was probably the biggest symptom I experienced that made me realize something was wrong. And when I went to the doctor, they were like, oh yeah, that is definitely endometriosis, and that was pain during bowel movements. I'm talking excruciating, awful, awful, awful pain. I would start sweating so bad that I would rip my clothes off. I would be doing like deep breathing exercises. It was so painful. Ooh, I would be brave and try to contour. I never contour. I don't know how. So if this looks bad, don't judge too hard. But yeah, I would be fighting for my life on that toilet. Like, oh my God. And I would bleed out of my booty, if you know what I mean. But I would be in the bathroom for like an hour, guys, just trying to have a bowel movement. I didn't start experiencing that until I got into my late 20s, and I was like, this is not good. This is not something I should be experiencing. And that's when I really started looking into endometriosis more seriously, and I went to the doctor. So those are kind of the main symptoms that raised a lot of red flags for me. Now let's talk about some of the symptoms I didn't experience but are still pretty common. So another main symptom for endometriosis is infertility. Now, I never knew if I had that or not because your girl does not want kids, so she never tried to get pregnant. So I have no idea if I was infertile or not. But that is a super common symptom of endometriosis. Ooh, I just remembered another symptom that I dealt with for a long time, and that was heavy bleeding. I didn't bleed as excessively as I've seen other people say they've bled. Like, I've seen people say that they went through like pads every hour or something. I was not quite that bad, but I had a heavy flow. Of course, would also bloat, but I never got what's known as endobelly. It's basically where somebody with endometriosis is swelling and bloating so much, they look like they're pregnant. I luckily never had that. I would bloat, but not to that extreme. My main symptoms were just a ton of pain, specifically in this region. Anyways, my makeup is done. Actually, I like how it came out. I'm the contour. What do you guys think? I was scared. First time doing it on camera. I don't know, tell me what you think. If you guys have any questions about endometriosis, leave them below and I will answer what I can. So you guys know how Gen Z always talks shit about millennials and their millennial pause. Maybe I'm just old, but I don't understand how they function without the millennial pause. I swear on my life, every time I press record and just immediately start talking, it cuts me off. It cuts the first word off. Like, I literally edited a video today and it's gonna be posted tomorrow. The first word is kind of cut off. You can kind of hear it, but it's cut off. And I'm just like, what the heck? Do I just like not have the timing right? Like, okay, so I edit my millennial pause out anyways, but I always have it because I've had so many times or what I say gets cut off, and it pisses me off. The only time I don't really have that problem is when I use the timer in TikTok, but majority of the time I don't film through TikTok. I have a camera that I film on, and if I don't wait that split second before I start talking, it cuts me off every time. Maybe I just answered my own question. Maybe it's because I don't film in TikTok and I don't use the timer and I use my camera, but I don't know, even sometimes with filming with TikTok, like I pause to make sure it gets what I'm saying, and then I go in and edit it out. So I don't know how y'all do it, but I will admit I don't know why millennials don't just edit it out. It's pretty easy to do. But whatever.
About time you're back. Lila and I are starving.
So why didn't you make dinner?
Because you usually make it.
Well, maybe if I didn't have to drive over to the pharmacy, I would have had time to make dinner.
Well, did you at least get my beer?
No, but I did get you this.
What's this?
It's the information of the motel you'll be staying at indefinitely.
Motel? Why?
Because I only gave birth to one child, yet I am taking care of two, and I am tired of it. So pack a bag and get out.
Wait, are you kicking me out?
Yep.
You can't do that. We're married.
Not for much longer, we aren't. I called a divorce lawyer on the way over to the pharmacy. I am done with you.
Really? You want to divorce me just because I didn't go to the stupid pharmacy?
It's not just the pharmacy. It's you always expecting me to do everything and you never stepping up to help me. And since I've already taken care of everything in this house by myself, I really don't need you. So get out.
You know what? Fine.
I'll go. But once I'm gone, you're gonna realize
Just how much you need me, and you're gonna regret it.
I highly doubt that. Well, what are you waiting for? Pack your suitcase and go.
I don't know where my suitcase is.
You don't?
No, so could you find it for me?
You know what? Fine. I don't need you. Wait, where am I?
Thanks.